Today, I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of tank water heaters versus tankless water heaters. So first one here, you can see this is your traditional tank gas water heater. One of the things about these is it's going to constantly heat up water to make sure that temperature sits. But when that water heater runs out, it's going to have to reheat before you can get some more hot water. So for customers that have, bigger garden tubs that they like to soak in, this one is going to struggle a little bit more for you. But the nice thing is there's no power or anything else like that. All you need is gas for this thing to work and some water flow. This is a fantastic traditional water heater. Most of our houses have these in them. If you've ever heard of a tankless water heater, this is what it looks like. As you can tell, it's a lot smaller because this one does run on temperature and everything else like that. You do have a nice little electrical outlet, so you do need power for these things to work. I know a lot of my customers ask me out in the field, what are some of the benefits to tankless water heaters? Biggest one, endless hot water. Whereas this one, you run out of the 40 gallons, it's got to reheat. This thing will give you continuous, endless hot water. Now, the great thing about some of these water heaters too on the tankless is that they have a built-in pump. So not only do you get endless hot water, but you get near instantaneous hot water as well. So it's got a pump, it'll pump hot water to your farthest fixture, get you that endless hot water. So those garden tubs, you can fill those up 50 times and you're not gonna run out of hot water. One of the big differences between the two are efficiency ratings as well. So when I talk about efficiency rating, I talk about for every dollar that you spend on natural gas, how many cents on the dollar you're losing. So a typical tank water heater is anywhere from about 70 to 90% efficient. So if you're thinking that in terms of dollars, for every dollar that you spend, you're gonna be losing 10 to 30 cents on the dollar sometimes there. The tankless ones, if you get one without a pump, they're 99% efficient, folks. So if you think about that, you're only losing 1 cent. Even the ones with the pumps are still about 96 to 97% efficient. So they're really fantastic. Those of you that live here in the Austin area, Texas Gas and Atmos do have rebates on that as well because you are putting in a more efficient unit. The other big thing to think about is in terms of BTU. So that's how much gas pressure is needed to heat up these units. These are really fantastic because they're only about 38,000 to 40,000 BTU. So it's a very low load on your gas. Gas appliances, we're talking about fireplaces, gas stoves, gas dryers, things like that. This is really great because it's not gonna strain the system. This tankless, because it is gonna give you that endless hot water, uses anywhere from 150 to 199,000 BTUs. So whenever we install it, most of the time we have to upsize the gas because when a house is built, it's built for the maximum gas load that they put in. So if you're going from a tank to tankless, more than likely we're gonna have to upgrade your gas or even reroute this from say an attic. We can reroute lines and put your tankless on the outdoors so we can get a shorter run on gas and make sure that you're gonna have all the gas you need to get that endless hot water that you desire. So some really, really good benefits. Both of these do require maintenance though. I know a lot of my customers don't think about that. Both manufacturers, for Rheem, Navien, any type of water heater that you have, the manufacturer is always gonna recommend getting those flushed once a year. So for a water heater, we're gonna drain and flush that water heater completely in order to try and get as much sediment and calcium buildup out of there. The tankless unit itself, it's got a heat exchanger. That's what superheats the water as water is going through. But that buildup, if it starts to accumulate, can actually really affect the performance of this because it can't heat the water like it should. So having this with a nice descale solution, we flush that about 30, 45 minutes every time, is gonna help this thing run beautifully for you, and you're gonna get a good 20, 30 years out of this versus a typical tank is only about 8 to 12 years. Any of our technicians out in the field are gonna be able to give you all the answers you need. We'd love to assist you and get you some hot water today.